What's up, Reapers? Devontae's Reaper Training. Y'all know what time it is. What's going on with all my gold chasers? Y'all know where we at, man. Y'all know how we coming, dog. A whole lot of motivation, a whole lot of gold hunting, and a whole lot of flex. In 2020 is a new year, and we are coming strong. So this could be a memoir, a little bit of, I'm gonna call it the Reaper memoir. So as I'm chasing my goals throughout the year, and I'm, getting things done, and I'm accomplishing new stuff, I did want to make it a priority to kind of like keep up with you guys and give you guys like updates and like the purposes behind certain things, and basically what my mindset is as I'm, trying to accomplish things. I thought this would be like a cool little thing to happen, especially as some of these goals start to get completed a little bit. So right now where I'm at in life, guys, is I'm on my way. I'm in school right now. I work full time along with that, and my trade is I'm an electrician. So come June, right now the way it's looking is I'm supposed to have a journeyman's card, which is my licensed electrician, and my FOA certification, which is my fiber optics technician certification, come May, at the end of the semester, based on the class I'm taking right now. And the reason why I'm getting these things done, the reason why I'm trying to get this done is I'm trying to get a jump from the job I'm at right now. Right now I work at a shipyard as an electrician, and I'm trying to make a jump in a career either inside the yard or leaving the yard. The way it's looking right now, I'm more than likely going to be leaving the yard due to some other circumstances we'll talk about in another memoir. But more than likely I'm probably going to be leaving the yard. But basically the whole point behind this is me having more of an opportunity to work on my craft. And right now my goal is I want to get my journeyman's license and then to get my master's license and have the ability to do maintenance and technical work, technical electrical work on a house. Once you get your master's card, you can do all that yourself once you pull your permit. There's a lot of money there, there's a lot of opportunity there. Y'all know how this Reaper Training, my end goal is to own my own business, which even if I didn't want to own my own business, there's a lot of money to be made if I was to just decide to go ahead and work for somebody else. I know I'd make a lot of money, but I'd rather work for myself. But basically the point of this memoir is that I've been thinking a lot about generational wealth, right? And I've been thinking a lot about if I could, buy properties, and then from buying those properties use the trade skills that I'm learning to set them up and hook them up myself, and flip properties, sell them, buy restaurants, McDonald's, franchises, things like that. And generational wealth has been on my mind a lot. I was talking to somebody and they was just talking about how what made them take that extra step in life was because they wanted a seat at the table. Why is everybody eating without them? And in my mind, I'm like, I want to build my own table. I want to have the opportunity to say that, I build something from scratch. Whether, and it's not even about the money, it's just the pride that comes with ownership. That I could build something from scratch, watch it grow, watch it succeed, have those lessons. In my life, everything to me is all based around knowledge. I want to forever keep gaining knowledge in life, keep gaining a lot of knowledge in different aspects, even as in my trade. And that's something that I strive to do every day. I'm like a thief. I just want as much knowledge as possible, because I feel as though the more I know, the more dangerous I am. Your mind is just a weapon, your mouth is a weapon. I learned that my words are so much more damaging and so much more powerful than my fist can ever be. And that was something that I feel took me to a whole nother level. And when I talk about generational wealth, I'm talking about the abilities to say that instead of me working my whole life to get a seat at the table, instead of my child working his whole life to have a seat at the table, instead of, my friends, my family, I want to create an environment to where, I built the house, I built the table, I go out there, I kill the prey, I grab a plate, and I eat it myself, and I cook it myself. We all eat. Everybody hustles, everybody eats, we all contribute. And that's just something that I feel is just more the mentality. I just want to be a hunter. a purebred, a predator of goals, a predator of life. You wake up in the morning, you see a goal, and it's just relentless. It's relentless. You can't stop yourself from going towards it. And I just feel like as though, where I'm at right now in life is, I'm 22. Everything is crazy because when you this age, it's almost like everything is ahead of you, but you're so far. But like you always feel like you're not doing enough. But I just know that I just look at things from a perspective is that I'm getting started early, and that keeps me motivated. But I just feel as though, this generational wealth is something that, especially as black people, when y'all hear me talk a lot about, the black pride and how I feel about how we are as people, I feel like a lot of the reasons why we don't grow in ourselves because we're just constantly looking for validation from other people, or other races specifically. We all want a seat at the table, but I don't think we're focusing enough on making our own tables. Making our own places that we can eat, going out there and killing the food ourselves. You know what I mean? And I saw in the video I had before, I basically said this is the perfect time to be an entrepreneur because there's so many opportunities given to us to self-promote, self-manage. I just feel we gotta be thieves of knowledge, man. I guess this is the theme of this memoir is this knowledge. I just want to keep learning, and I'm hoping that the more I learn, the more I have been learning, just starts to come together as the year goes on. So, like I said, I'm gonna be dropping these memoirs every so often. I want to make them a weekly thing. I feel like a lot of us are going through the same things right now. We're all working on similar tasks. We're all trying to find different ways to be successful. A lot of times I talk to people and they tell me how they're kind of envious that I had things figured out at such a young age. But a lot of this came with a lot of bumps and bruises, a lot of nicks. I can definitely go into so many stories the last, say like 3-4 years of me just being stomped on. Like life has been fucking me up, chew me up and spit me out. But I've been blessed enough, I have my own apartment. I've been blessed with a lot of opportunities and God's looking out for me. But it's just a matter of staying strong and understand that, moving slower does not mean you're failing. It just means that you're working at a different rate. It doesn't mean that you aren't doing enough. It doesn't mean that you're not, worthy of being successful. Don't let nobody rush you for anything that you're trying to do. I talk to people all the time, man. Don't allow nobody to make you feel that because you're not working at the pace that they want you to work at, that you're not doing enough for yourself. As long as you're moving forward, as long as you're working towards something, you're doing okay. So just keep striving. So it's Devontae's Reaper Training. We don't chase dreams, we hunt goals. Y'all be easy.